Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. We are listening to God. We're also living for Him each and every day. So hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody. We are doing a series. It's called Grace is Greater. There's a book you can grab, a journal that you can kind of follow along with what we're doing here. Even a t-shirt as a great conversation starter. Links to grab those are in the description today. We're in Romans 8:13. Now let me ask you, like if you're hitting like a rough patch in your life, you're struggling with some stuff, who is the problem? Right? You might even ask yourself, like, what is the problem? I'd be willing to bet that you're probably not going to point the finger at yourself, are you? You're going to say, well, it was my parents, right? They were too strict, or maybe they were too lenient. Maybe your teachers at school, maybe that's why you didn't succeed, because you had bad teachers, or maybe your friends abandoned you, or this happened or that happened. Maybe you were too short, you were too tall, you know what I'm saying? There was something going on that was outside of you, something done to you, but quite often the problem is not you. But I gotta say, and this has been the hardest lesson for me to learn as a human being, especially as a follower of Jesus, is to realize that I am the problem. Like, I got to start there, not with all these other people, because then I'll never look at myself, or I'll never look at my own issues. I'll never look at my fallen nature and all the junk that's in there. So what does Paul say to me in Romans 8:13? He says it to you as well. He says, if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. So there's things that we're doing, as he says here, that are according to the flesh. And he says that road leads to, not just to nowhere, but it leads to death. Like, if I do what I think is right in my own eyes, what I think I want to do, the things that I think bring me fulfillment, they just bring death. We got to really, I pray we see this. I pray God opens our eyes so that we can see that that's what's really going on. And that's a problem, and that problem's within me. So what's the game plan? Paul says here, the game plan is that we put to death those deeds of the body. We look at those things that we're doing, and we don't flirt with them. We don't try to rationalize them, explain them away. Don't blame other people, but say, you know what? Yeah, I have a tendency to do this. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's lust, maybe it's greed, right? Maybe you have a tendency to be judgmental, or to kind of, fly off the handle really quickly. Whatever it is, it's there. And there's probably people in your life that are trying to let you know about that. The thing is, are we listening? As God helps us, as He shows us those deeds of the body, what He calls about. Right? Now again, Paul's not talking about every little thing you do, but some of the things that you do that are according to the flesh, that are kind of born out of what you want, your selfishness, your arrogance. Now again, that's not just the extremes of killing and murder and all those other things. It's all those attitudes. Man, it's all those like ways that you assess various situations, and how maybe you look down on people. No one might know those things, but God does, and you do as well. I mean, I know what's going on in my heart, and I need to take a rigorous inventory and to put those things down. Say no, just take it to God. Let Him know that against Him you have failed. That, right? And that's what I need to do. That's what we all need to do. Say, Father, I have offended you. You have given me this great gift of life, and here's what I've done with it. Here's what happened. And I'm taking full responsibility. This is my deal. Lord, please remind me again that Jesus died for me. Remind me again that I am His. Because doing that, we live. Because what we're doing is we're taking all that stuff, giving it to God, getting all that stuff and remembering. And in some ways declaring and confessing and saying, all right, Lord, you're greater, right? Your grace is greater than all those things. Your love, your sacrifice on that cross was greater than all those things that will come against me. So let's do that today, and let's experience this life that God has for us. We'll see you next time.